And we are live. Welcome, mystery and thriller fans. I'm your on-air host, Sara DiVello, and I am so happy today to welcome the incredible and possibly undercover ninja, Tori Eldridge, live from LA, here to give us the scoop on the latest book in her Lily Wong series, The Ninja Betrayed. Tori, welcome to Mystery and Thriller Mavens. Tell us about this ninja.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Sarah, thank you so much. Well, as you said, The Ninja Betrayed is the third book in the Lily Wong mystery thriller series. Oh my gosh, I love it. If you haven't read the others, you can just pop right in and dive into Hong Kong, which was so much fun to write. Oh my gosh. The first two books took place in Los Angeles, but in the third book, Lily escorts her mom to Hong Kong at the height of the 2019 pro-democracy protests. So yeah, there is a lot going on. Not only do you just get the whole culture and just amazing location of Hong Kong, but you're also drenched right in there with what's happening in the world and events. So yeah, lots of family, lots of food. There's even romance.
Ooh,
I know.
food, family, romance, and fabulous travel. I am here for it, and I can't wait to get the scoop. So I'm just going to welcome everybody who's watching with us on Facebook, watching with us on YouTube. We're broadcasting to 6 destinations today. So no matter where you're watching from, you're in the right place. This is the right time, and you are here. This is your time to hear from Tori. So ask her anything about her writing process, about her Lily Wong series, about her secret life as a ninja. What the heck is even a ninja? I got a lot of questions, and I know you do too. So let's get into it. I want to welcome Catherine. Welcome Dana. Hey Dana, always great to have you. Hi Tracy. Hey Linda. Darla saying hi. Darla, always a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. And another person's popping in saying hello. Okay, so Facebook has a new privacy thing where if you're watching from a private group, we don't get to see your profile picture unless you click the link right in the announcement that says, I give permission to have my photo shown.
That
So
sounds very ninja, by the way. Very ninja.
Very ninja.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
So,
should put on my secrecy mode. I could just
oh
go
my gosh.
black and you could
Yes,
just
could
listen to
you?
my voice.
Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh. Hey, Leslie. Oh, Leslie. Hi. Good to have you. She's a top mystery and thriller maven member there, joining us from Canada. So already we're international. Great to have you. She has a signature Canadian hello. That's why I didn't know. Oh, that, of course, there's her signature Canadian hello. Thank you so much for joining us, Leslie. Always a pleasure to have you. Verna is saying hello. Hey, Verna, where are you watching from today? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Kathy, hi from Texas. Thanks so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you here, ma'am. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, Anita. Hi, Alice. Hey, Linda. Hey, Tracy. Great to have you as well. All right. Any questions you have for Tori, get them going in the comments. I'm going to kick off. So, Tori, it always takes me a minute to think of questions, so I'll give you all a minute there too. Oh, hey, Marcy Strickler McCreary. Great to have you, my fellow Bostonian. She says, hi, this book is on my TBR. That's to be read. So I had to join. Mary, thank you for joining us. She's an incredible author as well. Great to have you here. Verna's joining us from Michigan. Yay. This is the best part of virtual events. I love that we're all here united in our love for mysteries and thrillers and books and reading. Tori, let's get on into it. What the heck is a ninja?
What the heck is a ninja? Okay.
I
Well,
need to know.
so, you probably know them as those, masked people in black pajamas scurrying across rooftops in feudal Japan, assassinating everybody. And okay, so that happened. But, but not so much anymore, I hope. So at the moment, what Murder by Book says, what the heck is a ninja? So at the moment, when I say a ninja, I'm talking about practitioners of the ninja arts. And there are thousands of us around the world, probably in your neighborhood. So, and I don't know a single assassin. So I'm just saying, we work for good. The majority of us, everybody I know, we work for good.
Darla's piping in. She says Tori is a ninja. Tori seems very ninja-like. Darla, thank you for that. Darla's testifying. She's like, I'm here. I can attest. Anita Joy, always a pleasure to have you, ma'am. Thanks for joining us. Books to Grammar Extraordinaire of Friends and Fiction. Last seen doing lives with Jenna Bush Hagar. Hey, girl. Hey, good to have you. Thank you so much. Shantae says, hi from Los Angeles. Shantae, welcome.
My neighbor. All right.
Yay! Yeah, exactly. You LA girls, I'm over here under a foot of snow,
Yeah,
so
oh my gosh.
greetings from under there. Darla saying a black belt, no less. And
Fifth degree black belt.
wait, you are Tori?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh my
Crazy,
God,
right?
that's
Oh
so
my
cool.
gosh. Talk about having a
Anissa's
wee bit of obsession with the martial arts. I also have a first degree in Korean Tong Soo-do. I've studied some kickboxing, and I trained with a sifu for wushu spear. So yeah, whole
whoa.
bunch of martial arts.
So I think the takeaway here is do not mess with Tori. We need to stay on Tori's good side. Good side is the takeaway here. Anissa saying she thinks she might be a ninja. Anissa, you're a librarian, right? So I feel like librarians are ninjas, protectors of the good of the book and the written word.
It's so cool. Everybody thinks of ninja as being like, awesome. So the word has become into pop culture for anything that's like super awesome. So a ninja tech, a ninja librarian, you know what I mean? So
Wow.
that's kind of fun. I like that new positive,
Yay.
implication.
Andrew saying hi. Andrew, I think I might have regrammed a picture of yours, a fabulous, beautiful picture of yours from Tori's Instagram. She regrammed it, then I regrammed her. I
Yep.
loved your beautiful picture of the teacup, the special teacup with the green tea in it. And I thought to myself, as I'm out here under a foot of snow,
I am
I
so
need to
into
get some
tea,
tea.
and so is Lily Wong. We are both like way into tea. So, yeah, you're going to get a lot of tea, you're going to get a lot of food and all the books because it's like intrinsic, as well as all the cool ninja stuff, it's all in there.
Yay. Let's get into your research process.
Oh,
So let's talk about Hong Kong. Let's talk about the history of tea. Let's talk about ninjas. Where did you start? How long did it take you? Were you in some dusty secret ninja, age-old room from 2000 years ago? Were you practicing with a secret master, a sensei? Is that the right word? I mean, what was it, Tori?
my teacher is actually in Dayton, Ohio. Stephen K. Hayes was probably the first Western person to bring the art of the ninja to the West, and he brought it to America, and it blew up on Black Belt magazine, and it went from a handful, a dozen secret practitioners in Japan to thousands of us all over the world, teachers, lineages, all sorts of things going on. So it was just part of what I did, and I was writing, and I was writing other things as well. And then I wrote this short story, and that's when I saw Lily, and I knew it was part of a book, and I started doing that. And so, that didn't have as much research. I mean, there's so much family culture. There's so much, Lily is half Hong Kong or Chinese from her mother's side and half Norwegian from her father from North Dakota. And so both of these heritages play very strongly in the books. And of course, my father was Norwegian, my mother was Chinese Hawaiian, so I draw from that. But in terms of research, I also interviewed a lot of friends because I wanted to get a wider perspective of culture. And most of the ninja stuff comes from my own experience and the research that I did over the many years that I was teaching and training. But when I did The Ninja Betrayed, so that was in Hong Kong. It wasn't in Los Angeles, where I've lived for 35 years. It's in Hong Kong, which curiously enough, my new daughter-in-law is also from Hong Kong. And so I went to Hong Kong with my daughter-in-law and my son back when they were just engaged. This is before my granddaughter was born. And I got to see that city with her and her parents and her brother and her family and her grandmother and everybody. And so I had that insider local
Ooh.
view of
Uh-huh.
Hong Kong, which, as you can imagine, is so important, for the
Mm.
color and the nuance that I could put in the book. So yeah, I did a lot of research on the pro-democracy protests. I did a lot of
Mm.
interviews on that. I did a lot of research into the locations, and then I
Uh-huh.
drew from personal experience for that. So yeah, a lot of research.
Interesting. So Lily Wong is half Chinese, half Norwegian. Tori Eldridge is half Chinese, half Norwegian. could Tori Eldridge be Lily Wong? I mean, is this an autobiography here, Tori?
No.
I love it.
Short answer, no. Number one, I'm old enough to be Lily's mother. Actually, I'm older than Lily's mother, but we won't say anything about that, shall we? It's our little ninja secret. But no, Lily is not me. I've led a much more quiet, privileged, calm life. I was an entertainer, an actor, singer, dancer, a mother, a teacher, all sorts of things. Meanwhile, Lily's whole life got disrupted while she was in college when her younger sister was raped and murdered, and just uprooted her entire life to become a protector of women and children. So yeah, very different life. We have very different parents. Her father is nothing like mine. Her mother is not like mine. However, there are those cultural nuances that do come out. But, nobody is a stereotype, I mean, everybody is individual. And so, yeah, she is not me. Her parents are not mine.
Kathy
But I
says
hope
she
you love
loves
them
the
all.
cross. Kathy says she loves the cross-cultural aspect. Marcy says she loves the cultural combo. I am loving this conversation. I heard you say that you're an actress, singer, and dancer. I'm just wondering, should we have Tori sing and dance for us today, you guys? What should we have her sing?
Okay, so
up, Tori.
Here's the dance.
A special ninja dance.
And I'll tell you, when I was on Broadway, my go-to audition piece was always "Summertime and the living is easy." So there you go.
Ooh.
So I've now danced and I've sung. So
oh my gosh,
there
Tori,
you
what
go.
a beautiful voice. And I
Well,
love Summertime when the living is easy. That was beautiful. Thank you for
Thank
gracing
you.
us with your beautiful voice. Anissa is saying, especially if the books are banned books. So yes, she is a ninja librarian over there defending the books. We're talking a lot this week about banned books. She's over there a secret ninja, probably stashing books in the stacks, I feel like. Or maybe that's just my imagination. I love it. So let's talk about Darla saying how entertaining. She loves it. Thanks for singing and dancing for us, Tori. Tori, what was the hardest scene to write in this book and why?
Oh, goodness. Well, I can tell you the most emotional scene was with Lily and her mother. There was a very deep scene. This is one of those books where you will laugh out loud, your stomach will growl, and at some point you will probably cry. And in this particular scene, I was ugly sobbing, really. And because I was an actor, I tend to do this whole method writing where I act out the dialogue while I'm writing. Yeah. And I happen to be writing this outside. So I don't know what my neighbors thought, because I'm like writing this scene and I'm like being heard and I'm sobbing and I'm having this conversation with myself. It was amazing. When I finished, it was so cathartic. I just kind of had to like lean back and go, oh, and then I looked over at the fence and I thought, I wonder if they heard me.
And did you? How long did this emotionally racking, sobbing, sighing? How long did the scene take you to write? Was it a quick sob, 30 minutes, or were you out there like getting, needing rehydration and a box of tissues? I mean, how long did it take you?
It was a pretty quick sob, because I was just sobbing through the dialogue portion of it. Generally I'm not a very speedy writer. I'm not like Tracy Clark out there. I'm sure she's out there who's just cranking out words and they're hitting the page and she's got that whole newsroom vibe. Yeah, no, I'm like a turtle. I'm like a tortoise. Creeping along.
Also, greetings from the turtle lane. I'm right next to you in the slow lane.
Cool.
How slow are you? Because I'm like literally like I'm 9 years into writing my next book and she's not done yet. So I'm in the real tortoise lane.
Well, fortunately, I am disciplined. So these books have come out every year. Actually just slightly under a year. So, about 10 months, maybe I'll write the book. That said, the words are hitting the page very slowly, but because I write every day, it adds up. But I do outline, I do, chapter summaries. I tend to work everything out while I'm hiking in the hills because I'm very kinetic. I'm very athletic, as are you. And I think better on my feet. But when I actually start sitting down to write the first draft, it isn't one of those race to see what's happened. I have to write fast to see what's going to happen in my story. I already know what's going to happen in my story. And so when I start writing, it's already all about the words and the sentences and the rhythm and the cadence and the poetry of it, the sound of it, the vibe of it. And all of that slows me down. I've
Oh,
tried
I
the
love it.
whole, I'm spitting out the thing, and it just doesn't work for me. What can I say? So I'm trying to embrace my way. My
Yeah,
way might
embracing it.
change, but at the moment, I'm just embracing it.
Embrace it. Very ninja of you. Marcy would like to know, a great question here. So this is your latest in the Lily Wong series. So for those who haven't read the first two Lilies, should we jump right into the third, or is this series best read start to finish?
You can definitely jump into the third. So they all have a terrific arc, and the character development and everything is really big in them. But I wrote each one so that you can just dive in, and don't worry, I will drop you right into Lily's world and her family, and you'll feel right at home. So if you just want to go to Hong Kong, go. Go
Who
already.
doesn't? Exactly. Who doesn't? I love it. Who doesn't? And Nisa said, I believe your next book is a standalone. Was it harder to write than a series as you have established characters? This is a really great and interesting question. So this is your third Lily book. So by now you know Lily. You're invested. That's maybe why you can cry when you write that scene with her mom, because you love her. She's been with you for years. Your next one, brand new to you. Let's get the skinny on that. Anissa, fabulous question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so the book that's coming out in May is called Dance Among the Flames. And this is very different, y'all. It's not mystery. It is thrilling, but it's not mystery. It's dark fantasy, it's horror, it's dark fiction, it's almost literary in some ways. And it's about a woman who rises from the slums of Brazil to become a powerful wielder of Quimbanda black magic. So, it's that kind of book. It's dark, it's sexy, it's wild, right? Now, interestingly enough, this was inspired by a screenplay that I wrote decades ago, because I entered writing via screenwriting. And at that time, that particular screenplay earned a semifinalist at the Nicole Fellowship. But everybody who read it said, oh my God, the language, you really should be writing novels. And so I developed it into a novel, and all these characters and all these things are very different from what it is now. It was the early thing, but the characters were there, the world was there, the basic story was there. And but at that time, I had two little boys, and I just discovered the martial arts. And as you've heard, I became quite obsessed with that. And that's what I wanted to do. I knew there was this thing called the business of writing. I knew it was there. I knew I needed it, and I didn't want to do it. So I stuck the manuscript in a closet and I went on with my life. But I kept wanting to write. Again, I kept wanting to dive back into fiction. So it was something like 13 years later. I had another idea for a novel, and I went, okay, I'm going to write. By then I had the 5th degree black belt. I had a website. I was doing a mindful newsletter on mindful living for, years. And I was like, no, I want to write a novel. I started writing a novel, and I got a few chapters in. I went, wait a minute, what's in my closet? And I went back and I checked it, and I went, whoa, this is cool. All right. Now it's time to learn my craft, really learn my craft. And now it's time to learn the business. So it became this, because it's epic. It's an epic story. There's so many ways to tell it. And believe me, I tried them all. And it was so huge. It became the project on which I learned my craft. I made my relationships and all the associations and everything. And then I started also writing other things and short stories, and Lily came from that. And then at one point I had both the Ninja Daughter and a very early version of what this would become out in submission at the same time. And I kind of just put it up to the gods, and I went, whichever way you want me to go, let that be where I get the first deal. So it's an interesting thing where a lot of people think, wow, she is really veering off away from crime fiction. It's like, not really. I have 5 published short stories, and the majority of them are in horror, dark fiction. So yeah, I know, interesting.
Whoa. Wow. Anissa, thank you for the great question. Tori, thank you for the great answer. Let's talk a little bit more about putting it up to the gods. Let's talk about faith and writing. Do you feel, I mean, because you shared earlier that you're a plotter, you're not a pantser, you have a rigorous plotting outline process. So what's the balance between the rigorous and vigorous outlining plotting process and putting it up to the gods? How's that work? The balance of faith and structure.
Oh gosh, I think it's kind of in life as well. Everything
Mm.
that I've ever done, acting, singing,
Ooh.
dancing, martial arts, writing, you name it. There's always been a huge amount of discipline and craft and skill and foundational work involved, right? If you can imagine the freedom of watching a dancer on the stage, and you can imagine all the skill and hard work and craft that comes behind that, and the rehearsals and everything, right? So this is kind of where I come from as a person, and how I operate through life. And so I have always found that the more skill that I attain, and the greater the foundation, the greater the freedom I have. And so when I'm doing a novel, I guess I probably think of it, I don't really think of it in that way. It starts with an idea, kind of like a log line. It goes into a paragraph. I hit the mountains, I go for a hike, ideas happen, I come back, I write some notes, I go hike some more ideas happen, I write notes, I put it in Scrivener, I divide it into acts and chapters, and get an idea that helps me figure out, do I have enough of a story? Do I have
Yeah.
enough? Do I need more? Or is my beginning too heavy? Is my middle too weak? It gives me an idea, right? And so
Mm.
when I start to write, I don't have to face a blank page. There's always at least a couple sentences in the notes on the right that help
Mm.
guide me, But from there, who knows where it's going to go? Characters say stuff, they do stuff. I'll write a sentence that just resonates with me and takes me in a new direction. And I go, okay, let's go there. Let's go with that, And so that to me is what's fun, and the whole process feels creative to me.
I love that. I love that. I'm just wondering, how many miles are you hiking over there? Because it's starting to sound like Everest. Like, you're like, and then I hike 15 miles, and then I go back and I write a chapter, and then I go for another hike, and I'm like, my God, how many how many miles is this one hiking? Because it sounds like a lot.
Well, it's funny. It's like, I timed my life to change from teaching
Ooh.
and training and touring the country
Mm.
with the ninja
Mm.
arts. I timed it on my 50th birthday. That was approaching 11 years ago, in May, and I timed it on that empowering birthday. My God, 50th birthday, new half century. This to me was going to be writing. Fiction writing was going to be the career for the second half century of my life. And so that's how I timed it. That's how I arranged everything to work. So, when you go from something as physical as martial arts, you gotta do something. Otherwise, my body started cramping. It hurt to write and to just sit still. Oh my God, it was hard. And so I used to break my day with hiking up a mountain or something. So anywhere from 2 to 6 miles, something like that. I used to do that all the time. Then I ended up having a hip replacement. That wasn't from the hiking, that was from the dance and martial arts, trust me on this. But so I do a lot of online yoga, I do a lot of writing, walking. I do
Mm.
thinking walks, and those can be very short. They can be anywhere
Ooh.
from 15 to 40 minutes to just work through a problem, and
Oh, I
then I
love
come
that.
back, you know or I might hit the hills. I live near hills, and so I can just hit the hills and go out anywhere from 40 to minutes to 2 hours, before I come back.
Oh my
But
God.
it's not as quite as much as it sounds.
Sounds good. Sounds really good. Andrew would like to know how much rewriting, ooh, good craft question. How much rewriting was involved in dance, particularly after picking it up years later? So you wrote it, you stuck it in a closet for 13 years. 13 years later, you pull her out of the shoebox or wherever she was resting. And how much did you rewrite? Or did you pull it out and think, my God, I'm brilliant. This is ready to go?
No, no. I mean, well, I was impressed. I have to say, I was like, oh my
Good.
God, there's something about the story of Serafina Olegario and Adriana and Michael and Eshu and, Giancarlo and all these characters that just haunted me. It would not let me go. Every time I opened this project up, it would suck me in. And it was just like, exhausting. But every time I did that, I just got such incredible reactions and feedback. But somebody would say something. I had these just so much incredible feedback from big five editors and agents and big time authors and everything. And everybody was just so enthralled with this thing. But somebody would say something, it would spin my head around. I'd go, and I would have these epiphanies. And so I would have to try it from that point. I mean, keep in mind that Dance Among the Flames spans 40 years, 3 continents, and a past incident in 1560 France. This is a very big book, and so there were a lot of ways to coming at it. And so, how much rewriting was involved? It wasn't just rewriting, it was re-envisioning. And in the end, it had to be Serafina Olegario said, this is my story, my
Mm,
story. And I went, yes,
mm,
ma'am. So
mm.
now I'm really relieved to be able to set this loose on everybody else. Let it haunt your dreams and get out of mine.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Let it haunt your dreams. That's I feel like we should get that like on a t-shirt for you. I love it. And it's so funny because I know you're saying Serafina, but Serafina is my sweet name in Italian. So I'm already feeling a bond with this character.
I'm sure you are. Anyway, yes, good.
Oh my God.
It'll be interesting to see if you still feel that way after you read the book.
Whoa. All right, guys, we have 3 minutes left with this author. What questions do you have? I think we can take about 2 or 3 more questions. So get them going in the comments. We have entered the lightning round.
By the way, I must say, Gong Hei Fa Choi, because it is
Ooh.
Chinese New Year, and it is the year, can you see this? It's the year of the tiger.
Ooh,
Year of the
and
tiger,
what does
y'all.
that mean?
That is a year of courage, power, strength,
Ooh.
leadership. So, get out there and kick some butt.
Yay. Okay, so I just want to make sure I get it. So it's courage, strength, and leadership.
And power,
Courage,
confidence.
or confidence, strength, and leadership. Okay, so
Yeah.
today we are embracing all of these fabulous, fiery, tigery energies. And I'd like to invite everyone who's watching to ask themselves, how will you embrace your tiger energy? How will you embrace the qualities of courage, power, confidence, strength, and leadership as we roll into this Chinese New Year? So, Tori, do you want to kick off? How will you do it?
Oh, I think that's wonderful. First and foremost, community. Get out there and support other people.
Yes.
Amplify voices. That is a great way to show strength and leadership and confidence. And the other thing is, confidence is an interesting word, right? Confidence is not necessarily ego. So when I think of being confident, I'm not thinking of all the things that I can do so great, right? I'm thinking about my ability to learn and do the steps necessary to succeed. I have that
Ooh.
confidence in myself to do the work that is needed to be done and learn the things that I need to do to succeed. So I would put
Ooh.
those 2 thoughts into your mind.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Stephanie saying confidence does not equal arrogance.
That's right.
I love that. Stephanie
Bam.
Cooper is, of course, the Instagrammer extraordinaire, Fire Pit and Books. She's got a lit following, y'all. See what I did there? Stephanie is saying she's bummed she only came in at the end, but she's definitely going to go back and watch the whole thing. Absolutely. We are here to have on-demand viewing, so you can watch it whenever you like. Thank you so much for hopping in, Stephanie, your fellow California girl here. 2 California girls, Stephanie and Tori.
All right.
Kathy would like to know, she says, you sound very disciplined. She does indeed, right? She's just over there like hyper focusing like the ninja she is. She'd like to know, is there something you find hard? Ooh, what do you find hard about the writing life?
Pretty much everything. Okay, so I've performed on Broadway. I was a series regular on television. I earned a 5th degree black belt, and I got to tell you, Writing is the hardest thing I've ever done. And so, yeah, I lean on everything that I've learned from every discipline I've ever had, including the meditation that I've done since I was 12 and all of the Buddhist practices that I've learned through, practicing Toshindo ninja martial arts. I use every last bit of it to stay sane and uh, kind of equanimous, and calm and persistent. There's a lot of emotions that come up with writing, and you need it
Mm,
all to be able to just kind of keep your brain calm through all of that and just keep
mm.
doing the work.
Mm, exactly. It's so funny because a friend of mine who has been trying to write her book, while also raising 4 children,
Oh,
said to me, she was like, she said that as she watches me slog through trying to write my second one, she was like, I think the thing that comes, she said that she notices the most is that it's it's a marathon, and it's the
yes,
energy to keep going, to keep at it,
yes.
and then to keep at the grind. And that has always stuck with me because I never noticed that before. And it's so, so true.
Hmm.
Stephanie says, what? She's obsessed with Broadway. That's amazing. You need to write a memoir. Yeah, because you have had a lot of chapters here, Tori. You've had a lot
Oh
of
my
Stephanie
gosh.
Grace is
Stephanie,
amazing.
you're obsessed with Broadway. You may actually know of my first Broadway show. We didn't open. We previewed for 2 weeks. It was The Little Prince and the Aviator with Michael York. If you're obsessed and you're old enough, you may not be old enough, you might have remembered that. And then I went touring with Anthony Quinn on the pre-Broadway shore and store tour. And then I did a workshop, Broadway workshop, Marvin Hamlish's Smile, long before the one that actually hit Broadway. And then I was in the original First National of Cats. And then I moved to LA. And oh, you're 46. Oh, you youngin'.
I know. She has a baby face. She's this very youthful looking Stephanie. Absolutely. You both are. Oh my God. Okay. Stephanie's now saying, she said, I was a green belt back when I was in 5th grade, 2 years of karate after the Karate Kid came out. Okay. Are you two related? This is
We
kind of
need
crazy.
we need to have lunch, Stephanie. We need to get together when this whole Omicron thing just dies the heck down. We need to go down to Chinatown, have some dumplings, and talk.
Oh my God, I'm flying to LA so that I can be part of this fabulous lunch because that sounds absolutely amazing. All right, everybody. I want to remind you that this book is out and you can grab it today from our favorite woman-owned independent bookstore, Murder by the Book.
Oh,
So I'm
and they
popping the
have
link,
signed book plates. They have
and they
signed
have
book
signed
plates.
book plates.
Yes, they do.
So exactly, yay! So grab your copy today. I'm going to plop the link into the comments so you can go ahead and you can order and you can experience the magic that is Lily Wong, the female ninja. And experience this magic for yourself. I want to thank you, Tori, for coming on, and any parting words of wisdom, anything you wish I'd asked, anything you want to share.
Are you kidding? This was the most fun conversation. You are amazing. I
Oh my
love your
God.
show. I love Murder by the Book. And so thank you so much for having me on here. It's just been absolutely wonderful.
Oh, yay. Thank you so much for that these incredibly kind words. I'm blushing. I'm 3 shades of red right now, but thank you so much, Tori. That is so,
Ah.
so lovely. Stephanie saying, oh my gosh, you are freaking amazing. She is freaking amazing, Stephanie. Absolutely.
Ah.
She's going to be in Anaheim in less than 2 weeks. All right. You guys have a lunch date. You ladies have a lunch date.
Oh, that's going to be so cool. Oh, and y'all find me on Instagram. I love to post pictures, and I'm going to be doing a book giveaway for Lunar New Year. So
Ooh.
I'm going to give away the Ninja's Blade because it's got a tiger on it. And also, a
Ooh.
few other really awesome books by Asian authors. I do this every month. But so you can find me writer.tori. That's my Instagram handle. And I do this every month. So it's loads of fun. So
And I'm
find
going
me.
to pop the link right here into the comments. So everyone go follow Tori. It's right there in the comments. Stephanie saying Sara post her Insta link. I just did, Stephanie, you and me, great minds thinking like. Marcy saying this was fun. Thanks, Sara and Tori. Yay, so thrilled to have you. Darla saying this was a beautiful interview. Love Tori and Sara. Oh, Darla, thank you so much. I'm honored. Very much appreciate you being here. All right, y'all. Be sure to follow Tori on Instagram, writer.tori. There's the link. And I will see you tonight at 7 p.m. with Nina D. Gramont, The Christie Affair. And I think we are going to hear some very exciting news about that soon. And at 8 p.m. Eastern, I have got Eliza Jane Brazier with Good Rich People. I will see you tonight right here on Mystery and Thriller Mavens. Tori, I will see you in a few months when you're back to share some of your favorite authors with us again. Yay! All right, everybody, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.